Hello everyone, welcome to Math Isip YouTube channel where you can find free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our topic for today is all about multiplication of rational algebraic expressions. But before we begin, let me encourage everyone to please click the subscribe button or you can follow our Facebook page kung hindi pa po kayo nakakapag-subscribe. And for our fellow teachers who would like to avail of our PowerPoint presentations, you can check the link in the description below or you can message us on our Facebook page. Alright, so without further ado, let's now begin with our lesson. This is operations on rational algebraic expressions, specifically multiplication. Okay, so our learning competency is to perform operations on rational algebraic expressions. Kung hindi nyo pa po napapanood yung addition and subtraction, we also have that in our previous upload. Pakicheck na lang po or you can check our playlist para po alam natin yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating lessons. Okay, so let's now begin with a review. This is a review on how we multiply fractions because this is very important, okay? In order for us to multiply rational algebraic expressions, we should remember the fundamentals, okay? So how do we multiply fractions? Ano ba yung step? Let's have this example, okay? You can try to multiply this and then let's review the steps or the process. First step is to multiply the numerators, okay? So remember, we have here 3 and then 4, multiply the numerator. So we have 3 times 4, you will get 12. And the next step is to multiply the denominators as well. So 2 times 5, you will get 10. And then finally, we will simplify the results if possible. Can we still simplify? Yes, we can still simplify by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 2. We can get 6 over 5. So this is our final answer. Okay, with that review, we can now proceed to multiplication of rational algebraic expressions kasi parang ganun din po ang gagawin natin. Okay, so let's have the first example. Okay, we have here, example number 1, we have 5x raised to 3 over 9 times 6 over x squared. Okay, so how do we multiply this? Let's have the first step. Ang unang step is to factor the numerator and denominator completely. Ito po muna ang gagawin natin. Ito yung pinagkaiba dun sa rules natin sa fraction. So, since this is rational expression, magfa-factor muna tayo. So, how do we factor? We can use the prime factorization method. Okay, remember, prime factorization means we have to factor it in its most basic form. We can break it down to the the smallest factor that we can have. So, let's have the factors for 5x cube. Ano ba yung factors ng 5x cube? We can have 5 times x times x times x. And then we also have here 9. Anong factors ng 9? We can have 3 times 3. Next one, we have 6. So anong factors ng 6? We have 2 times 3. And then factors ng x squared, we have x times x. Okay, now that we have factored this, we can now combine them here in the numerator. For example, itong 5 times x times x times x. Dagdag lang natin si 2 times 3. And then sa denominator, we can have 3 times 3 times x times x. And then for our next step, we will cancel out any common factors. So ano yung mga common factors natin dito? We can have x. May x dito sa baba. Ano pa? Meron pa ba? Yes, another x. We can factor out. We can cancel out yung x dito. And then, meron pa bang x? Wala na. How about 2? Meron ba? Wala dito sa baba. How about 3? Meron bang common? Yes, merong isa. So, we can cancel this out. At anong gagawin sa mga naiwan? We can multiply the remaining factors. So, we have here 5 and then 2. So, we can multiply 5 times 2. We will get 10. Plus, meron pa pong isang x na naiwan doon. So, we multiply it as well. So, we can have 10x. And then sa baba, we only have here 3. So, our denominator is 3. Now, can we still simplify? Hindi na po. Ito na po yung ating final answer. That is how we multiply rational algebraic expression using prime factorization. Now, question is, meron pa bang ibang mas madali or mas shortcut na way? Meron po. We can also use the product and quotient rule. Alright? So here, we just apply yung product rule natin when we are multiplying monomials. Okay? Yung napag-aralan nyo previously. So here, we can multiply 5x cubed times 6, we will get 30. Okay? And then yung x cube, idadagdag lang natin kasi wala naman pong x dito. Next, we have 9 times x squared. The answer is 9x squared. Now, can we divide 30 by 9? Can we simplify it further? Yes, we can simplify by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 3. We will get 30 divided by 3 is 10. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. Therefore, our final answer is 10x over 3. Bakit naging x na lang to? Remember, when we divide a variable with their exponents, no? Pag parehas na variable yan, we just subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, so we have here 10x over 3. So any of this method we can use. Ngayong nagsisimula pa lang kayo, pwede nyong gamitin itong prime factorization. And then there will be a point na mabilis na lang kayong mag-factor. You can even use the product or the quotient rule pag gusto nyong mas shortcut. Okay, let's have example number 2. We have here 4m cubed over 3m times 12 over m. Okay, so again, using the rule, we can use the product and quotient rule para mabilis. Okay, we can just multiply 4 times 12 here. We will get 36 and then we just copy m cubed. And then dito sa denominator, we just multiply 3m times m. So we will get 3m squared. Alright, and then we can now simplify or we can divide kung divisible naman siya. 36 divided by 3 is just 12. And then we have here the m, yung ating exponent is 3 sa taas and then 2 sa baba, we just subtract. 3 minus 2, we will get 1. So we have here m raised to 1 or our final answer is 12m. Okay? Okay, let's have example number 3. We have here 8x cubed y squared over 6y raised to 4 times 15 over 9x. Okay? So again, we can use the prime factorization kung ayaw nating i-multiply ito kasi medyo malaki yung number. We can just break it down into its factors. So ano yung mga factors ng 8? We have 2 times 2 times 2. And then ano yung factors ng x cubed? We have x times x times x. Factors ng y squared, we have y times y. And then, pwede na nating isama yung factors kaagad ng ating second fraction or second rational expression. So, we have here 15. Ano yung factors niya? We have 3 and 5. Dinugtong ko na po kaagad dito. Okay lang po yun. Next, we have here 6y raised to 4. Anong factors ng 6? We have 2 times 3. And then, ilang y po ang isusulat natin? 4. And then, we have 9. Ano po yung factors niya? We have 3 times 3. And then we have x, okay? And then we can now cancel out yung mga common sa numerator at saka sa denominator. Let's start with 2. Common ba ang 2? Yes, we can cancel that out. Another 2. Meron pa bang 2 sa baba? Wala na. Another, wala nang 2. So we have x. Meron bang x sa baba? Yes, meron. Meron pa ba? Wala na po. So, skip natin ang mga ito. We have y. So, we have another y there and then another y dito sa taas. So, dalawang y ang pwede nating i-cancel. And then 3, meron din po. Pwede nating i-cancel yung 3. Okay? And then 5, wala na. So, ang naiwan, we have here 2 times 2 times x times x times 5. So, we get 20x squared. I repeat, 2 times 2 is 4 times 5. That's why we have 20. And then x times x, that's why we have here x squared. Next one, we have 3 times 3. We will get 9. And then naiwan po yung dalawang y dito. So it will be y squared. Can we simplify this further? Hindi na po. Okay, so we can now have 20x squared over 9y squared as our final answer. Okay, now before we continue with our fourth and fifth example, let's have first this exercise para hindi nyo makalimutan yung process. I'll give you time to do this in a separate sheet of paper. Try to answer item 1, 2, and 3. Kagaya po nung ginawa natin kanina sa mga examples. I'm going to wait for you and then later on, you can pause and play this video and then check your final answer as we show you the correct process or the correct answers. And while you are doing that, I will just show a short advertisement for our fellow teachers. Okay, God bless po sa inyong pagsagot. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let's now check your answers. I will now show you the solutions for the following. Okay, let's have number 1. So first, we can factor out our common factors. I mean, we can cancel out yung mga common factors. So we have here factors using the prime factorization. We can have here 7 times a times a times a, and then we have here 2 times 5 sa baba. And then dito sa a squared, we have a times a. If we're going to cancel out yung mga common, we can cancel out yung dalawang a, tapos yung 5. Therefore, ang maiwan dito sa taas is 7a squared, and then dito sa baba is 2. Our final answer is 7a squared over 2. Now, for number 2, we can just multiply this straightforward. 6 times 10, we can get 60, x raised to 4, and then 2 times 1 or 2x times x squared is 2x raised to 3. And then subtract yung ating exponents dito sa ating variables, we can get 30x. For number 3, we can have the multiplication or product rule. So we have here 10 times 8. And then we have here 25 times 4, we can get 80 over 100. For the variables, we can just copy. Okay? And then dito sa baba, we can just combine yung n squared and then m squared. So alphabetical, kaya nauna po yung m natin. So m squared before n squared. And then we can now simplify 80 over 100. We can get 4 over 5. Subtract yung ating mga exponent. 5 minus 2, we can get 3. And then dito sa baba, n raised to 1 ito, minus 2. Remember, pag negative po ang ating exponent, laging ilalagay lang po sa baba. Okay? So whether we use the prime factorization or yung product and quotient rule, parehas pa rin po ang lalabas. Okay? I hope nakuha nyo po ng tama yung mga sagot dito. Okay, let's now continue with our examples. We have here example number 4. This time, meron na po tayong mga binomials. So we have here 4a cubed over a squared minus a times a squared minus 1 over 6a plus 6. Okay, so let's recall the steps. First is to factor the numerator and denominator completely. Okay, so let's factor 4a cubed. 4a cubed, pwedeng ganyan na muna siya, no? Kung hindi pa po siya, kung hindi siya binomial, monomial pa lang siya. Ito yung ito yung huli ninyong i-factor, no? Kasi baka mamaya pag nag-factor na tayo sa mga binomials, meron pa lang common na factor with this monomial. So unahin natin yung mga binomials. We have here a squared minus a. The factor is a times the quantity a minus 1, okay? Using the common monomial factor. Okay? Next one, we have here a squared minus 1. Ano po ang factor nito? This is difference of two squares. So it's just a minus 1 times a plus 1. Special product po ito, no? And then we have here 6a plus 6. Meron bang common sa first term and second term? Yes, and that is 6. So common monomial factoring. Now we can cancel out yung mga pwede nating i-cancel. But before that, ito na po yung sinasabi ko, no? Hinuli nating finactor yung monomial. 4a cube, pwede nating gawing 2 times 2 times a times a times a. And then, isama na natin yung mga binomials na factors. Okay, we have here also yung 6, ginawa na nating 2 times 3. And then we can now cancel out yung mga common factors. So we have 2. Do we have 2 sa denominator? Yes. Another 2, wala na po. Skip natin yan. How about a? Yes, meron pong isang a dito sa baba. Meron pa ba? Wala na. Skip natin yung dalawang a. How about a minus 1? Okay, so since this is binomial, we take it as 1. So a minus 1, meron ba? Yes, meron. And then a plus 1, meron din po. So ano na po yung mga naiwan? We have here dalawang a, which is a times a. It will be 2a squared kasi meron pa pong 2 dito. Alright, meron pa palang naiwang na 2. And then sa baba, we can have 3. Okay, there you go. 2a squared all over 3. That is our final answer kasi hindi na po siya pwedeng i-simplify. Okay, for our last example, we have here example number 5. As you can see, we now have trinomials. Okay, so we have the first rational expression, x minus 5 over 4x squared minus 9 times the rational expression 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 all over 2x squared minus 11x plus 5. Okay, so if we recall our steps, una is let's factor completely yung mga numerator and even the denominator. So we have here the first one, x minus 5, hindi na po siya pwedeng i-factor. Next, we have 4x squared minus 9, we can factor it out. So we have 2x minus 3 times 2x plus 3. This is now difference of two squares. Okay? Special product din po ito. Next, 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. Ang factors po nito ay 2x plus 3. The quantity raised to 2. Ibig sabihin, this is also a special product called the square of binomial. Next, we have 2x squared minus 11x plus 5. Ang factors naman niya ay 2x minus 1 times x minus 5. Anong factoring method po ang ginamit natin dito? It's just factoring a general quadratic trinomial. So again, kailangan nyo pong i-review yung mga factoring technique natin. Kung hindi nyo na po maalala, you can watch again our previous videos on factoring techniques. Okay? So now let's cancel or combine muna natin yung mga factors natin. So pwede nating pagsamahin x minus 5 dito sa numerator plus dalawang 2x plus 3. Remember, when we multiply it by itself, dalawang beses natin siya isusulat kasi nga square siya. Next, we can now copy the following denominator here. So dalawang pares po yan. So there you go. And then we can now look for common factors. Ano yung mga pare-parehas dito sa numerator and then sa denominator. So we have x minus 5. Meron ba? Yes, may partner siya dito. Cancel natin yan. 2x plus 3. Meron ba? Meron. Cancel out natin. 2x plus 3. Meron? Wala. Okay, wala na po. So, ang naiwan dito sa numerator ay 2x plus 3 at ang nasa baba naman ay 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. There you go. This is now the final answer. Okay, so again, we have here two items for your practice. I-apply nyo po yung example natin sa number 4 and number 5. You can pause this video or take a screenshot muna and then try to do this on your paper and then you can go back to check your answers. I'm going to show you the solutions po, step by step. And then mamaya, after this exercise, meron din po ulit tayong another set of activity. Okay? Para po mas lalo tayong gumaling sa pag-multiply ng rational expressions. Okay? God bless po sa inyong pagsagot. Okay, let's now check your answer. For number 4, we have here the solution. First, we will factor yung mga numerators and denominators natin. So, una sa numerator, it is the common monomial factor, x, yung GCF natin. Nilabas yung x, ang naiwan sa parenthesis ay 3x minus 5. Dito naman sa denominator, same factoring technique. We can factor out yung GCF, yung common sa dalawa, which is 3. Ang naiwan is 3x minus 5. Sa second rational expression we have here, ganun pa rin. We just factor out the common monomial factor, which is 5. And then ang naiwan is x minus 3. Dito naman sa baba, ganun pa rin po. Common monomial factor. Ang GCF ay 2x. Ang naiwan po ay x minus 3. Can we cancel out kung ano yung mga common? Yes. Ang maiwan na lang po is 5. And then, sa baba is 3 times 2. Kaya po, ang final answer ay 5 over 6. Yung x po, meron ding partner yan sa baba. Kaya na-cancel out po yung x natin. So, there you go, 5 over 6. For number 5, let's factor. So, x squared minus 9, this is difference of two squares. So, we have here x minus 3 times x plus 3. Okay? Sum and difference of two terms. Next, we have, this one is a perfect square. No, this is a general quadratic trinomial. Kaya ang factor niya ay x plus 8 times x minus 3. Ito naman po, common monomial factor lang. So, ang GCF ay 3. And then, dito rin po, same. This is general quadratic trinomial. So, we have here x plus 8 times x plus 3. Now, let's look for common sa numerator and denominator. We have x minus 3. Pwede nating i-cancel dito. Okay? And then, x plus 3. Meron din po siyang partner sa denominator. And then, x plus 8, x plus 8. Cancel out lang natin yan. Ang maiwan na lang sa numerator ay isang x minus 3 and then sa baba naman po is 3. Now, kahit hindi na natin pinagsama or pinagtabi-tabi yung mga factors, pwede na tayong mag-cancel out. Therefore, our final answer is x minus 3 over 3. Okay, last na lang po, meron tayong activity dito para mas lalo kayong gumaling sa pag-multiply ng rational algebraic expressions. We have here 5 items where you can apply our examples from number 1 to number 5. Okay? I will no longer show you the solution, but if your teachers uses this PowerPoint presentation, i-check na lang po ninyo later on. Okay? So God bless po sa inyong pagsagot. I hope meron po kayong natutunan sa ating lesson for today. And for our next video, we will now have division of rational algebraic expressions naman po. Okay, so I hope to see you again on the next one. As for now, thank you for listening and God bless po sa inyong lahat. Bye-bye. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.